Patty Christensen, St. George, obviously, with this look here. Nice and sunny, so I'm probably going to go out and walk since I finished my work. But I was going to report I had a friend. I'll try anything once. What the heck, right? And so she had me try a tarot card reading. Now, I'm down in St. George, so we did it via Zoom because the lady was up in Salt Lake. And I'm like, okay, well, so let's see what happens. Parts of it were pretty interesting. First, she would ask me to pick a number for how much to shuffle, and I normally give numbers like 69 or 832,000, but I thought, oh, she probably means a small number. So I would say like the number 4, and she'd go, oh, well, that's real appropriate because it means X. Or I'd say the number 6, and she goes, oh, yeah, that's real important because it means whatever. And so she does the little flippy card things, and she shows them to me. And she goes, I don't understand why I keep getting contracts in your home. Everything is coming up contracts in your home. So I was like, well, I didn't tell you anything at all about me, but I am actually an attorney, a state and business attorney, and I work out of my home. So she goes, oh, so that explains it. But literally every time she did anything, that came up. And so I was like, well, guess I'm not retiring anytime soon. Dang it. And then at the end, so she says, this is what was important in your past. This is what now. And it all, my life, I don't know. I try to not be about work, but apparently it is. Anyway, in your future. And so then she goes, now you get to ask your 3 questions. Well, I don't know if my friend told me that or if I forgot. I had no idea what questions to ask because I pretty much am like, I'm going to do the best I can and what's going to be is going to be. And we just kind of roll with it, right? It's how I handle CRPS. That's how I handle it. Oh, P.S. I never told her about my CRPS. It never came up, which I thought was quite interesting. But anyway, I couldn't think of what to ask for the questions. Oh, gosh. Because I like I said, I'm a believer in, things are going to happen. Just do the best you can and roll. You can't, tempt the stars or whatever it was. So the only thing I could think of is my latest obsession, China. Should I go to China? And she goes, oh, yes. I can see that you have a strong tie to China. And I'm like, well, it's an emotional tie because I've never been there. And my family is 0 Chinese, 0, 0. But okay. And she said that when I'd go, she says she could see me going with some girls, which could probably be the case. But she thinks that I'll have a male guide when I'm over there. I don't know what difference any of that makes, but for some reason, that's what her little cards showed. And so she wanted another question. I was like, well, when should I go? Because I'm thinking like a May or an October would be a good time to go. And she pulled out her little cards and it said April, or the number 4, which I take to mean April, though maybe I need to look at it from other number 4s, right? Like the Jewish 4th month, the astrology 4th month, that kind of thing, and see what that was. Because if it's April, it's definitely not April 2026. At best would be April 2027. But anyway, that was just entertainment. I'm not going to change any travel plans based on it, but I did find it was interesting. The thing that I found the most interesting, she's showing me the cards, right? Which is cool part of doing this on Zoom is you see the little weird cards and she can explain, and sometimes they're upside down, sometimes they're right side up. But the money card, it had the Jewish star in it, and that just made me laugh because I'm like, okay, money is the Jewish thing? And she goes, no, actually the Jewish star doesn't mean Jewish star in Taurus. Apparently it means something else because she says it's in almost every card, but it's, it's the 6-pointed, what I'll call the Jewish star, the Star of David. So I should probably figure out what that means in tarot. Keep wanting to say tarot cards because I noticed that a lot, but of course I'm gonna notice random things like that. So anyway, did I find it interesting? Yes. Will I do it again? Probably not, just because I'm just more of a, let's see what's going to happen in life kind of a gal. But I did find it interesting. I didn't find it devilly or any of that stuff that I think I was told as a kid to stay away from. I didn't see anything creepy about it, just kind of more interesting. And the numbers I found very interesting. I'm all about numbers. Numbers are my gig. So I really liked that. And then it was funny that it kept showing up contracts at home because that's where my home office is. So that's what I have to report about tarot card readings.